Brandon Vickery back here. Now glad to be joined by Addison Stoller from the Valpo women's basketball team. And Addie, it was a game that came right down to the wire. Another close game. You've been in a lot of games this year that either wins or losses have been decided in the final few minutes. What do you think was the difference in this one?
I think just everyone's heart to work together. We never gave up. Like, we had a good lead in the beginning of the game, and then we let them kind of creep back in. And then we didn't quit when they got up by 7 points, which I think was huge. It's just being able to finish certain plays and being able to knock our free throws down, and then that would have been the game. So,
what do you think playing in all these close games will do for the team down the road? How does this help to have this experience in the non-conference?
Yeah, I think it's great because everyone needs to have the experience of what a close game feels like and the pressure that it might put on some of your shots or your free throws. So I think being able to hang in and not give up, and hopefully at some point being able to get a win from these close games will be huge. Just being able to hang in there, especially during conference time.
Rebounding was a bright spot for the team today. I think you set the tone in that area. Just what worked for you on the boards, and how important was your rebounding performance today?
Just being better anticipator in a sense. I think everyone needs to improve on that, just knowing hey, when the shot goes up, they're taking it crash to the right areas in a sense, being able to know where they're shooting from and going to the backside or the front is just huge. So I think everyone did a great job, and it's an area we need to keep improving on. So,
a much different week this week than last week, where you had a long break between games. Now you get right back on the court. Maybe how nice is that to be able to turn around and play 2 more games this week?
Yeah, I think it'll be really nice. Last week we spent a lot of time. We worked hard. Everyone worked together, and being able to come through this week and just kind of play the game that we all love and having our hard work kind of pay off from all last week is going to be great, just to see what we can do and how much we've improved.
There she is from the Valpo women's basketball team, Addison Stoller. Welcome in, everybody. Brandon Vickery here. Glad to be joined by the head coach of Valpo, Mary Evans, after a 51-48 loss to North Dakota State here this afternoon at the Athletics Recreation Center. And Coach, another close game, ultimately down the stretch. What was the difference?
I think they made just a couple more plays than we did. They hit some shots late, then we did not hit shots late, and I think the game itself came down to us not being able to take care of the basketball. We had 18 turnovers, and when you can't get a shot every possession, you put yourself in a position to lose a game like this. So we've got to do a better job, especially against teams that aren't really pressuring us, of just taking care of the basketball and valuing every single possession.
Your message has been consistent from day one of learning with each day and game. What'd you learn today?
I think I learned that we've gotten better in some areas. I mean, there are definitely some things that we didn't do well today, but I think our defense is getting better. There's less times that we're giving up middle penetration. We're getting closer to being in the right spot to take charges. We made a couple plays today. We're denying reversal a little bit better. They're getting catches a lot further off the three-point line. So they're getting better. And offensively, I thought we had some really good possessions where we drove it and we were played unselfish. We kicked it out. We moved it. We got second drives, but just not quite enough. And even some of our possessions where we did that, we got really good shots and we just didn't make them. So playing at this tempo and playing at this pace is not easy, and so we have to continue to do that every single day so that it becomes easier to do it in crunch time.
Play of Addison Stoller was a bright spot today, her first double-double of her career. What'd you see out of her?
I thought she came out really aggressive. We ran the first play of the game for either her or Meredith, and they ended up helping. So she drove it strong and scored right off the bat, so that's always a good sign. And she's being really aggressive attacking the basket. I think, she's doing a great job. She's playing through a lot of contact at the rim, and she's making a lot of those shots. And then I thought she really kick-started her rebounding. That's not been a strong suit for us this year. And for us to out-rebound them by 10 boards is really big for us. That's a real big growth in our team, because that's going to be a big piece of us being able to move forward and win games.
You played 7 today. What were the challenges to that?
Having only 7 people. Foul trouble, I mean, we have a tendency to foul, and that's something that we're focusing on. We're calling fouls in practice, and we're really hammering them about hand checks. So only having 7 combined with our problem of fouling really hurts down the end. I mean, we had Addie foul out. We had 2 other kids with 4 fouls. So it kind of handcuffs you on how aggressive you can be both offensively and defensively, because you never want to finish a game with 4 players.
And now you have 2 more games this week. You've had a few lighter weeks in terms of games, now a 3-game week. Just how do you turn around quickly and play games Wednesday and Friday?
I think it's great because it stinks to play on a Saturday and not play again until Sunday. I think the girls realize that this week, that you just kind of have that lingering feeling of what happened. So we can get in tomorrow. We can talk about things we did well today. We can talk about things that we need to correct, and then we get to go play a team in IPFW that's going to play a little similar to what we just saw, and we're going to get to see whether those corrections have been made. So I'd rather play games. I think the kids would rather play games, and I think it's the best time to really learn and get better because they're getting to play against other players of equal talent that run something different and not just guard what we guard or how we play. And so I don't mind games. I think it's a great learning opportunity.
Valpo will be back in action at 6 o'clock Central Time, 7 Eastern start at Purdue Fort Wayne on Wednesday night. For all the latest in Valpo women's basketball, check out valpoathletics.com.